It begins at an estate sale. Amidst the listings of endless innocent vintage trinkets and curious oddities for sale, a simple, wooden, antique box was purchased. But this was no ordinary box. This became the infamous Dybbuk Box. According to Jewish folklore, a Dybbuk is the soul of a deceased person who, due to sin or unresolved issues, attaches to the living and possesses them in order to resolve unfinished matters. Spirit that does not want to pass on. The term Dybbuk is derived from the Hebrew words meaning to cling or to adhere. Legend has it that a writer and antique dealer stumbled upon the box in 2001 at an estate sale in Portland, Oregon. Little did he know, he was about to unleash a terrifying force that would haunt him and those who dared to possess it. The box's origins were shrouded in darkness. Supposedly, it once belonged to a Polish Holocaust survivor named Havila, who brought it with her from Spain to the United States. But the box was more than just a relic of the past. It was said to be inhabited by a malevolent entity, a Dybbuk. Imprisoned within was a spirit that tormented Havila since the war's conclusion. When she passed, her estate became for sale. Unbeknownst to the antique dealer, he unknowingly passed on the box to his mother as a birthday gift. Tragically, upon receiving the box, her eyes curled up into her skull and her face was left contorted. She suffered a sudden stroke, leaving her severely impaired in both vision and speech. Later, in an interview, she spoke about attempting to warn her son of the malevolent intentions harbored within the box, but her words faltered as the stroke rendered her paralyzed. Later, he listed it for sale on the internet. It wasn't long before strange occurrences began to plague him and his family. Unexplained smells, haunting nightmares, whispers, and a pervasive sense of dread and darkness enveloped their lives. The dealer became convinced that the box was the source of their torment. The Dybbuk Box changed hands several times after that, each new owner experiencing their own horror. One owner admitted on film to burying the box in a deep hole in a dark forest on his property. Later, the director of the Museum of Osteopathic Medicine was plagued by health problems after acquiring the box. Desperate for relief, he turned to his local rabbis to help seal the malevolent spirit back into its wooden prison. Then it fell into the possession of a renowned paranormal investigator. It's now displayed in his haunted museum in Las Vegas. The box has become a magnet for curiosity seekers and thrill seekers alike, drawn to its aura of dread and despair. Later, a music star's encounter with the Dybbuk Box found himself entangled in a series of alarming incidents. His private jet suffered a blown tire during takeoff, forcing an emergency landing. Then, just a month later, his car was involved in a collision in West Hollywood. These events ignited speculation, creating a connection with the paranormal box and the accident. But amid the sensationalism and speculation, one question loomed large. Was the Dybbuk Box real, or merely a modern invention crafted to captivate and terrify today's viewing audience? The story of the Dybbuk Box spread like wildfire. Skeptics argue that the story of the Dybbuk Box is nothing more than a clever hoax, black hocus pocus, a tale spun from the threads of ancient folklore and contemporary fears, something just made for TV. The concept of confining a Dybbuk to a box, they say, is a modern invention, not found in traditional Jewish folklore. There is no ancient text referring to the Dybbuk Box. What little is known is kept hidden by those who perform such exorcism rituals. so is it a modern idea, blending ancient folklore with new narratives to create compelling stories for today's viewing audiences. For those who have felt the chill of its presence, it's all too real. You can find out for yourself. Anyone can buy a cursed Dybbuk box now. There are so many for sale all over the internet. But a warning: tread carefully in the murky realms where truth and legend intertwine, for you never know what horrors might be lurking in the darkness, waiting to be unleashed. You might find someone malevolent enough to sell a real Dybbuk to you.